Over 150 videos gone. My response to Toei Animation and YouTube. Let's see what's going on.
Hey guys, my name is Mark Fitzpatrick and my
Is that a
career is
death
in
note?
jeopardy. Due to the ongoing trouble, this video serves as my official response and open letter to the company responsible, Toei Animation. Over the last 24 hours, I've sat back in disbelief, shock, and sorrow as my life's work has been unfairly ripped away from me. And in this video, I will detail the current standing of my channel, why YouTube's content ID system is fundamentally broken, how Toei Animation are clearly abusing it, and why they will always get away with it if nothing is done to combat this problem. I will try to keep it as brief as possible, and I hope you will afford me your time as, at this moment, this video is the last and only option I have available left to me. 2 nights ago, I received an email notifying me that 15 of my videos had been copyright claimed and blocked by Toei Animation. 1 hour later, that number rose to 28, and when I woke up this morning, it had reached a total of 150 videos
Holy
that my
fuck.
audience now can no longer see and that I cannot monetize. To put that into perspective, because myself and my team work on a single video per week, that equates to almost 3 years worth of work, and as a result, the main source of my company's income is now gone. I find this particularly devastating because I have a family to provide for, I have full-time employees to look after, and on top of everything else, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's December
So,
too.
let's start with the content ID
They could
system.
have at least waited till
I take
January.
my job very seriously. Because of this, I ensure that both myself and my employees adhere strictly to the fair dealings and fair use policies as outlined by YouTube and within my own country and other countries. I am shocked and appalled that I, someone that tirelessly dedicates himself to a fair use practice, has to accept and bend the knee as my life's work gets obliterated before me by a massive company that clearly has no regard or respect for the rules outlined by YouTube themselves. I write reviews, I criticize, analyze, and share what I know about stories. That's my job. It's a job that exists across radio, podcast, television, and a host of other mediums, all of which don't have to contend with the same insane treatments those that produce on YouTube do. YouTube shouldn't have different rules, and yet Stephen Colbert can produce a video last weekend that includes 100% more Toei animation footage than some of the videos that were claimed by Toei from me, all without adhering to the fair use policy and getting shared to millions of people across the world. While Toei take it upon themselves to willfully ignore that and personally nuke my entire channel that actively succeeds in being transformative, eliminating years of hard work in the process. This isn't right. I'm not just one guy in his bedroom. I am the head of a small business that employs some of the hardest working individuals I know. People I am proud to employ. People that have families and dependents that they need to provide for this Christmas. Now, I've spoken in general terms concerning YouTube's content ID being broken, so let me actually show you how it's broken right now. I've tried reaching out to YouTube, and time and again, they gave me nothing, which leaves me with effectively one course of action: the YouTube appeals system. When a video is claimed, I am given the option right away to dispute that claim, and when I dispute it, the claimant, in this case Toei, has 30 days to respond with their decision. That's right. The company that put the claim there in the first place, with no incentive to be honest or thorough in this instance, gets to decide the legitimacy of my dispute. Naturally, this gets denied, and that often takes as many as 30 days. After that, we move on to the second step. Remember, this is still just for one video, and this
Yeah.
second step is called counterclaim. When I submit a counterclaim, YouTube once again gives Toei ample time to review for another 30 days, during which they again get to decide whether or not my claim is valid, and when they inevitably and arbitrarily decide that it's not, my channel then gets a strike. Which brings us to the last step, counter notifications. This is the phase where YouTube gets directly involved and we enter the legal arena. Once I submit this counter notification, effectively alerting Toei of my desire to bring them to court, they have 15 days to respond, and here's the kicker: they never respond.
They never
And by
do.
default, my video gets reinstated.
They literally
which means
never
they
do.
claimed my video, prevented me from taking that revenue, killed its momentum, and put me under a tremendous amount of stress for effectively nothing. And that was all to get one single video back. And I have repeated this process over the last 18 months to get 6 or so videos back. Unfortunately, with the way YouTube's system works, you cannot appeal multiple videos at once, especially because it incurs strikes of which you are allowed very few before your channel gets terminated. And so, as a result, In order for me to get all 150 of my videos that were wrongfully claimed and blocked reinstated, I would need to follow this process for over 37 years. And
Oh,
despite
fuck.
knowing that all of these videos will eventually be reinstated, I need to follow this bureaucratic dance well into my late 60s. That is entirely unacceptable at best and career-ending at worst. And if that wasn't enough to show you how crooked Toei have been and how flawed YouTube's system really is, of the 150 videos that were claimed and blocked worldwide, 9 of them are drawing videos. Some of these took countless hours of work across numerous days to finish, and here's the kicker, they didn't use any, and I repeat, any footage from Toei. And even if they had, they're still, by their very nature, transformative. Heck, that is literally the purpose of these videos. This, therefore, highlights that Toei did not bother to do their due diligence, which is required, according to YouTube, to actually watch the videos to determine their standing with regards to fair use. And so, effectively, if Dragon Ball was in the title, it was removed. They clearly didn't watch any of these videos, and I know this because they took down over 50 hours worth of content
Yeah,
in
like,
a few
instantly,
hours,
yeah.
oftentimes only seconds apart.
They didn't even watch
And
it.
the irony of this is, Toei actually approached me themselves earlier this year to help them promote a series of concerts they were looking to hold across the Americas. Which I think highlights a fundamental and horrid hypocrisy in this circumstance. In one breath, Toei is happy.
I think it's a difference. Okay, not to be like weird, but I think there's a difference between like the Japanese Toei company and then there's like the the American one. You know, I think they have some different criterias that they're looking for, and they work a little bit differently. This is the same for pretty much everything when it comes to these mangas. The American or Western companies or even European or whatever are totally different than like the home field Japanese ones. They're totally different, and they have totally different levels of what they're okay with and what they're not okay with. So you could literally work with the like American one, and then the Japanese version will be like, who the fuck is this guy? And then just fucking take your video down, you know. So that is why it's so strange. But if it's the same branch or people he was actually working with, that's pretty insane. It's kind of diabolical, actually.
Happy to take down 150 of my videos for quite literally no reason, and in the next breath, they see me as a great mechanism or vessel for promoting their works. Which is it? Either YouTube creators serve as a vessel for promotion or we don't, but it can't be both. In conclusion, the videos that were targeted were One Piece and Dragon Ball related. These are stories that are incredibly important to me. It's what got me into YouTube
I did it
in the
because
first
he's
place,
Irish,
and
yeah.
I refuse to let it be the reason I'm pushed out. I want these videos back. They are an important part of what brings new viewers to my channel and what ultimately contributed to this company's success. Moving forward, I will be re-uploading supercuts of these removed review series. However, with regards to new content, it saddens me to say it, but I won't be supporting any Dragon Ball release until such time this wrong has been righted.
Oh shit.
This includes the upcoming film Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I cannot in good conscience support a company that actively disrespects, despises, and destroys its own community like this. Toei Animation, you do not have my support, and if what I've said here today has resonated with any of you at all watching, I encourage both creators and viewers alike to join me in solidarity and not support this film. Now, I understand that many creators out there need to create content surrounding these properties, and I wouldn't dream of asking you to stop. But what I will say is that I have been made an example of here. This was targeted to send a message. Toei has effectively told us that they have a gun to the head of every single person covering their material. And if they so choose, regardless of their content, they can pull the trigger whenever they want without repercussions. So, I say to you all, we are Toei's source of income. And what they are doing is abusive. We have the power to make them listen, and if you stand with me on this, wonderful, but if you can't, know that I completely understand. Regardless, I cannot and will not support this company after what they have done. It's such a terrifying thought that a villainous company like this is responsible for one of the most uplifting and treasured parts of my childhood. It's a soul-destroying thought. As my closing statement, I'd like to give YouTube some actionable advice. Instead of investing resources into the removal of a feature that no one on this platform wanted to be removed, the dislike button, consider a reworking of your content ID system to
Please.
at least expedite this outrageously slow and corrupt process
Please.
that these companies are consistently, openly,
It's not
and
even just
willfully
companies.
taking advantage of. I await your reply. Dragon Ball is all about pushing oneself to overcome challenges, and One Piece is all about shooting for your dreams no matter how crazy they might be. Toei isn't going to stop me, and Toei will not win. I've been Mark Fitzpatrick, and I thank you so much for your time.
So, okay, I know he said that whole um I know he said that whole 60 or 30 years thing. However, I'm pretty sure that you can fight every single claim at the same time. So I still think he could get it all back in like a month or two rather than 30 years. But maybe they changed it. Maybe you're only allowed to fight one at a time now. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's you can do all of them at once. So he says you get strikes for every claim. Yeah, but the problem is like, if you have a channel manager, you can you can get around that. Like you can have YouTube not delete your channel if it's like, okay, they clearly mass striked my channel, so yeah, I'm trying to fight them all. So and then your manager can help you get your channel back. So I don't know if he doesn't have a manager or something. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, because he's running a business. But yeah, I'd recommend getting a manager for sure, someone you trust. But um, yeah, I guess if you don't have a manager though, it is really scary because yeah, that is really scary. It sucks because yeah, if you don't have a manager, yeah, I don't know if I'd fight them on that either. As an example of some copyright, I mean, this is just I'll let Geekdom. Geekdom has a clip where he talks about this. I'm gonna play Geekdom's clip for you guys. I'm not gonna show it because it's on Twitter, and Twitter is just degenerate. But here's Geekdom talking about it. I'm gonna let Geekdom talk about it for 2 minutes because he has a good point, and then I'm gonna follow up with some of my stories and my opinion a bit more.
So I wanted to talk to y'all real quick about Totally Not Mark and the YouTube copyright issue he's going through. He's had like 120 videos blocked by Toei Animation. I just wanted to tell y'all that, it sucks big time, and I really feel for him, and I already told him I was going to talk to my partner manager today to see if maybe he can do a block counter. A batch counter, I'm sorry, to maybe he can get him back faster. But what I wanted to make this video about, sorry, my hand's in the way, is to let everybody know that this is something that we all deal with. We've all dealt with this at some point. If you're going to be a content creator on YouTube, big or small, doesn't matter what size you are, at some point, if you've been there for any length of time, you'll probably deal with some kind of copyright problem, even if you do everything right. Even if you have fair use content, even if you, everything you do is legally up to code, it doesn't matter. Like, any of these companies can come in. I got a copyright claim today from Warner Brothers over a trailer breakdown, and that actually had footage from the movie in there, but it got released. I've done videos where I've only had one picture, and I've talked over it that have gotten copyright claims. It's just something you deal with. It's just something that you deal with. And in the Dragon Ball sphere, every creator that's had even a little bit of success, even not, has dealt with it. Team 4-Star notoriously dealt with it. I dealt with it. I almost lost my channel twice. Totally Not Mark's dealt with it. Unrelent. Anybody who does YouTube has dealt with this at one point or another. But I want to let y'all know that it sucks and it's very stressful and it brings a lot of anxiety. But if you're going to do YouTube, it comes with the job. And just remember, don't let it ruin your creativity or stop you from producing content, because most of us have been able to overcome it. It can be beaten. It just might take time, and it might be something that you got to put some work into. You might have to wait on some things, but just don't let it destroy who you are, because it's just something you deal with, and it's best to always keep that in the back of your head.
So that's some wisdom from Geekdom on there, and he's absolutely right. But before I get into my opinion, I'm sorry, but I did kind of foreshadow earlier that my coffee is going to arrive, and I have to go meet the guy at the front door. So I'm not gonna get into what I have right away until I grab that, but yeah, I guess just in like a basic sense is just like it's just kind of like I had to deal with a situation where in my bear versus gorilla video, I showed a clip of a gorilla attacking a mirror for literally 1 second. It was 1 second of however long that bear versus gorilla video is. I think it's like over 15 minutes or 20 something minutes, and it was like 1 second out of this guy's like 20-minute video. And this guy, because he had 1 second of his video in my video, he thought he could take all the monetization rights and bully me for it. And so I had to go to war with him for like a month and a half. And then eventually he's just like, "Oh, I'll let you." After he realized I was gonna take him to court over it, or I was willing to go to court with him over it, he was like, "Oh, you can actually put it in your video if you just put this video in the description in my channel." And I just said, "Fuck you, dude. I don't give a fuck about you." And I just won the strike, and then I just ignored him, and I got his fucking footage in my video. It's gonna stay there, but there's a lot of cocksuckers just like that, and they're not even companies. So imagine what a salty ass corporate, greedy ass company like Toei is gonna do with that kind of shit. But give me 1 sec. Yo, sorry about that. A guy came into my elevator with a bag of garbage, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I came down here to throw it away." I need to run out of the elevator again. That's kind of funny. Alrighty, I got my coffee, though. Okay, so that bear video is a good example of what I mean. Of people abusing it. And then, what's worse about it, though? What's worse about it is that the person, this is how it should go. This should be something that YouTube does for those copyright claimers. If you make a copyright claim, all right, with your business because you believe you own property like some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit for Toei. They're making Dragon Ball videos, so Toei's like, okay, that's my product. So Toei comes in here with their fucking business strike or whatever. If they make a strike and then it does not go through, and then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, we're not going to go to court over this. We don't think we own anything." They should be punished for it. They should absolutely be punished for it if they literally cannot fuck it up. Like, if they can't go to war about it, they really should be punished for it. But it's also kind of a double-edged sword because then you have guys like who just blatantly upload episodes of Dragon Ball. But you know how you avoid that? You fucking make so you make a verified copyright bot or system that detects animation that you and YouTube work on together, and then you're like, okay, if this animation is played, it's our animation, all right? So then they can claim it or something. But then when it comes to these actual videos or these transformative videos, they have to be more direct with it rather than just having this encompassing bot. And if their strike fails, they should get some kind of restriction on their striking ability, because for some reason their ability to strike is not nerfed, even though they've been known in the past to abuse it. So I think that something needs to be incorporated is if someone is clearly abusing the strike system and they fucking lose on it, they should lose the ability to keep doing it. You know what I mean? It's like an OP ability in a fucking video game, but they can just spam it. It doesn't there's no mana cost on this ability, bro. They just can spam it, and there's nothing to deter them from doing it either. There's nothing to deter them, nothing at all. They can just do it over and over and over again. So that's something that does need to be fucked with. Now, my next thing, like I said before, or I was hinting before, is if you if you're a smaller YouTuber, do not do this at all. All right, I don't want you to start fucking with this shit till you're like 200K, okay, or 150K, 200K, okay. But if you have no contacts at all for YouTube, you need to find a good ass manager. You need to find a good ass manager, because if you have a good manager and they have some good YouTube contacts, they can save your channel from this shit. For instance, look at Team 4-Star. They had their whole channel blacklisted and attacked by Toei, and because of their managers, they survived, right? They didn't have to wait 30 years to get their videos back, like what Mark is suggesting. Even though it might be true for Mark because he doesn't have a manager. But when you're that big and you're running a fucking company, like you're running a business, and you need a manager. Now, a lot of people are scared of managers because managers cost money. However, something you need to know about is that managers can also increase your CPM as well. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You pay a little bit for your managers, but it's kind of like some security. You know what I mean? If your channel's ever at risk, it's not going to get, you will be able to save it because you've made like this sort of like security investment almost. It's like a weird way to put it. So for someone like Mark, who has this huge channel, he definitely needs to do that. And I'm surprised that he didn't. And I hope that Geekdom, who does have a manager or some contacts, can actually help him get his block batch for the strikes. Because if that happens, then we might be able to get like a Team 4-Star thing. This kind of shit as well also makes you curious, like, oh, Seth, what's going to happen when you make Naruto versus Ichigo? Are they going to strike it and shit? And the answer is probably. And the other answer is I'm going to fucking annihilate them. I'm going to write their names in the fucking death note if they fuck with me. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of these fucking losers. I'll make whatever the fuck I want. And they want to strike my whole fucking channel, I'm going to whoop their fucking ass. That's just how it's going to work. I ain't scared of that shit. I got money in the bank. I can survive. Give me a month or two. My videos will be back every goddamn time. I ain't scared. You know what I'm making right now? I'm making my fucking 5-hour fucking Dragon Ball video right now. I don't give a fuck. What are they? No, they're gonna strike my video for a month. Blah, blah, blah. It's coming back, bitch. I'm gonna always win. I'm always gonna win. And then you know what's gonna happen? They're never gonna be able to take that video down again. That's gonna be a permanent fucking YouTube video. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, oh, guys, they striked my video, but it's back now. Can you share? And then everyone's gonna share that bitch. My video's gonna get back in the algorithm like nothing happened. That's how it's gonna be. I ain't scared of no Toei animation. So, I feel bad for Mark. I hate that, Mark's going through this turmoil. It does look like Mark is a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? Like, he's got obligations, he's got commitments, he's got children. I feel for him, and I feel that fear. And I hope everything works out for him. But, when it comes to other content creators, like me, I ain't got that shit. I'll beat the fuck out of Toei. Dumbass fucking Japanese company. Stupid ass mustache cat looking fucking motherfucker. Pringles can looking ass dumbass cat motherfucker. I'll beat the shit out of them on any video. But, in fact, I think they fucking tried. Didn't they try fucking with me on some videos? I think they tried fucking, and here's another thing I know about Mark's channel that I'm a little bit curious about. So I don't know if fucking Toei, I don't know if like do they hate reviewers in particular? Do they hate reviewers in particular? Because something about reviewers in particular seems to really get them fucking mad. They get real mad. I remember back in the day, I tried to make a Toei animation. Oh, I didn't make a Toei. I made a fucking Boruto manga review. And Shueisha's like, no, bitch. And they punched me upside the head. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even like this fucking video that much. God. Just deleted the video. But, dude, they fucking hate that shit. And I think with Mark's videos, especially if you watch his Dragon Ball Super videos, he has so much manga panels in it. So much of the manga's on there, dude. And they're just like, bro, stop putting our fucking manga on here. Stop giving the whole story away, motherfucker. Like shit like that. I don't know. Why? They just hate review channels in particular. In particular, they especially hate fucking Mark for some reason. So, Alright, be real. What do y'all think that the reason is that they went for Mark so hard as opposed to other people? There's gotta be a reason that they went for fucking Mark instead of other people. Maybe it's because he's Irish. That could be a possibility. People hate Irish people for some reason. Like, yeah, I know we make fun of Mark for saying fucking Naruto names wrong, but he doesn't deserve this shit, I don't think. You don't deserve this shit. Hopefully, we need YouTube to definitely change their system up. I hope the anime community can make a little bit of a scream or something. Make a little bit of noise. I don't feel like, and it's a little bit, and you know, I'm speaking from the heart with that one, because the anime and Dragon Ball community, they shun my ass. They hate my ass. They talk shit about me. They do all kinds of shit to me. But I'm still saying, they don't deserve this hate. You know what I mean? They don't deserve this hate. We need some fucking some clarification. We need some fixes on this goddamn copyright. And stop empowering these copywriters. He may be the biggest review channel. Is Mark the biggest review channel? But Swag isn't a review channel. I don't think Mark is the biggest review channel. So I wonder what he did that made them so fucking mad. Also, yes, Swag and I have the same manager, actually. Swag and I can easily fuck them up. It might take a month, but we'll still fuck them up. He was on an easy channel to get not so small. It doesn't make a splash, but not too big. What the fuck? Whatever. Oh, he was an easy channel to get, not so small. It doesn't make a splash, but not too big for him to fight back. Maybe. Maybe it was just the perfect video to try to send a message. Yeah, you guys got to be careful about these review videos. I think the thing about the review videos that makes them even more mad is like, maybe they see it as less transformative because you're kind of going over the story. I don't know. Damn, bub, that was a big gulp. It was actually a sip. It was just a sip. I don't know why it was so loud. Mark showed the example of the celebrity being worse. Well, okay, here's the problem with the celebrities, though. So, the thing about the celebrity example that doesn't work is that, okay, they know that the celebrity doing that, they're not trying to make a business or trying to make a lot of money off of just showing that Dragon Ball clip. You know what I mean? They're kind of just like, it's like a one-off thing. You know what I mean? The celebrity's doing it as like a one-off thing. You know what I mean? But whereas Mark is doing it like consistently, because they are specifically targeting Mark in particular. Whereas with the celebrity, it seems to be a one-off thing that they don't really need to worry about as a threat to them. Because like I said, these Japanese companies, they see it as a threat. So Seth the Doxer? Yeah, I dox people all the time. What can I say? I've given away every popular name on the internet. I actually run Kiwi Farms.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Fuck Toei, I just want to hear Linkin Park with Naruto clips again. That's what I'm saying, dude. Poor Marky Poo. Yeah, isn't Tekking a review channel? Maybe Tekking has to be careful. Yeah, dude. Dude, fucking imagine reviewing. Oh, dude, I can't even fucking read One Piece to begin with. Imagine reading it all and making these fucking review videos, and all of them get deleted. all of them. Dude, holy fuck. You ever have big copyright problems? Yeah, I've had a few copyright problems. And motherfucker, I always win. I'm always winning. Also, my biggest videos are from Naruto. So, I guess Toei doesn't... So even if Toei was to, like, fuck up my Dragon Ball videos, most of my views come from Naruto anyway. But, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if they start fucking up my Naruto videos, just look it on the Naruto train, you know? Holy shit. Did you start getting less copyright claims after you got a manager? Yeah, I did. Some shit still gets claimed though, and I don't even care. Like, for instance, you know, the God of War, that God of War video, I didn't even get any money for it because the fucking 50 Cent song at the beginning, like, they got all the money for it, not me. But some of those are examples. Penguins just made a video on Mark. Really? Let's watch that shit. Did he make a video on him? No, he didn't. He didn't make a fucking video on him. Did it just upload? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Christmas is...
Let's watch it. Yeah, let's watch it. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, can you boys see it? This is a big W for Mark, for sure. An apology? Wait, what do I have to apologize for? When I clicked his channel, the video wasn't there. I had to refresh and it was there. Fuck you. By the way, is my mic fucking up for anyone else? I could try, like, fixing it, but I don't... Is it just that guy? I guess it's just y'all, like... it's no one else is having that problem. Maybe you have 2 tabs open? It's just that dude. Alright, let me know if you guys can hear this.
Christmas is right around the corner, and you know what Santa Claus brought to one lucky...
Is that good? That sound good?
Christmas is right...
Alright. I have a McDonald's drive-through headset. Yeah, let's get this going now.
Christmas is right around the corner, and you know what Santa Claus brought to one lucky YouTuber this holiday season? A lump of coal and 150 takedown notices on their YouTube channel. I guess Mr. Claus really wanted to speed run a world record for most videos taken down in a single day because, god damn, he whipped out his jolly old Saint Dick and slapped it right across this YouTuber's face. Today, a channel called Totally Not Mark, who has a history of covering Toei animation properties such as the Dragon Ball franchise and One Piece, posted this video saying that 150 videos of theirs were taken down by Toei Animations. He goes on to state that they were unjustly taken down because his content is transformative, it reviews, it critiques, it analyzes the properties without just re-uploading them or anything like that, thus it should be protected by fair use. Which it is. Now, if his channel was just playing a completely unedited One Piece episode while he's stuffing his face with popcorn, greasy-fingered, and playing with his nipples or something, and not really doing anything, and just having the whole episode uploaded with him just sitting there, then they'd have a case for they are stealing the content, thus we're going to take down his video on it. But his whole channel is about the review of anime and discussing it and analyzing it, and he completely transforms that content, and it's not like he's using extensive amounts of like unedited clips from the shows or the manga that he's looking at either. So he's in the right in
Wait, that's a good theory. That's a good theory. Someone just brought. What if they see Dragon Ball reaction and they think it's one of those reaction videos of someone just watching the episode, and they think that Mark's just watching like because they didn't actually watch the videos, they just think that Mark's in the fucking corner watching the episodes, and that's why they just took him down. Or something. That might be
thinking that it
interesting.
is some bullshit. But if you've been on YouTube for any length of time, really, you'll know that anime companies don't give a fuck about fair use. They don't give a shit, especially
They
Toei
don't.
Animations. You'll remember Team 4-Star, the people behind Dragon Ball Z Abridged? They had a video taken down and a strike on their channel while they were doing a cameo in the official Dragon Ball Z Kai show. So Toei literally had them doing a cameo while they were fucking them in the ass on YouTube.
And like I said, that's another example of the fucking Western version versus the Japanese original company. Like, you know what I mean? That's the literal prime example of what I was saying earlier.
YouTube. And in Mark's video here, he actually tells a similar story. Toei Animations apparently reached out to Mark and his channel in order to promote their content on it. And then they go and bury 150 of his videos, just throw that right in the shitter. To be honest, the most surprising thing about this video is the fact that they didn't strike his channel. Usually when Toei Animation has gone on these supervillain rampages, they don't just take down the videos and block them, they strike the channel for each video. So this really could have been 150 strikes in a single day for Mark and his channel. They could have
That would've
banished
been
him to the
fucked.
Shadow Realm. 150 strikes all at once just sends him straight to hell. That's usually how they conduct business when they go nuts to butts. This isn't the first time they've attacked YouTubers before, as I mentioned Team 4-Star, but they've also just attacked all kinds of content creators no matter their size, just for the most innocent shit. Like if there's a video of an 8-year-old drawing Goku on a piece of paper in crayon, they'll probably strike down that video at some point. They just are ruthless and they don't give a fuck. So I'm not surprised to see they did this.
I wonder
It's just
who's,
always
like-
upsetting when they do.
I wonder
I'm
who's, like,
sure
the
if he
official
fought each
hired
of these
striker guy.
claims, he would get the videos reinstated over time. But it's such a tedious, laborious process, and he mentions that as well, that it just takes so long. It would take years and years in order to get all of them back through that process. And I know a lot of people are blaming YouTube for it, and YouTube's a lot at fault because they have the tools that allows a company like this to abuse them. And it is always frustrating to see how hands-off they are when their system gets abused. They just say, oh, we'll just handle it with them. You guys can take care of it. We're not going to do shit about it. Fuck it. You guys go, play in the sandbox and make sandcastles of legal disputes. We're not touching it. That's always fucking awful, but I think people really need to focus on the fact that it is Toei Animations that have chose to abuse this shit and attack.
Okay, I like what he's saying, and it definitely is mainly Toei Animation, but come on, man. YouTube's a bit at fault, too. Like, YouTube shouldn't... YouTube, because this isn't, like... It's not just, like, with Toei. Like... Dude, the YouTube system, like, for copyright's been abused all over, bro. It just clearly needs to be fixed. It just clearly needs to be fixed. Like, there's something wrong with it, and it is, like I said, it is mainly Toei, but YouTube does need to fucking do something eventually, bro. Like, I don't know.
Hack content creators, and it's not just YouTubers, by the way. I know they've done this on a lot of like anime sites that just like to talk about anime and just go over and critique certain things. I know for a fact they have also issued legal takedowns for other websites as well over the years. They truly just don't give a fuck about anyone else and are just so stuck in these archaic ways where they have to like lock down their property and rule it with an iron fist where no one else is allowed to even mention it unless they have paid Toei Animations money to do so. No matter how within their rights they are to critique and review anime and even show images and clips from their shows, they don't care because they will drown out that with legal notices in their legal department. Toei Animations has a lot of money and they can bully people around with it, and they do, and they have for a long time. This is just the most recent and the most grand example. 150 videos in a single day. is nuts. They were taking down one video every 3 minutes, judging by like the emails he showed. They were going wild. They had some intern at the office working overtime. Dude was
Yeah,
going
that's
fucking
what I was
Ultra
thinking.
Instinct, double fisting mice, issuing takedowns at light speed.
That's what I was
Just to
thinking.
really
Like,
fuck
who's
Mark's
doing
channel
these
here in
fucking
the ass.
copyrights?
It's just really sad. And there is something else I'd like to talk about that's not just this, but it's related. Japan has this problem and this really out of touch view on the internet. And this is
Yep.
just another example of it. They view this channel as like a threat to their property, or it's infringing on their property and it's bad for them. It's not promotional unless they say it is. And that extends beyond just Toei Animations and the anime industry in general. I'd like to quickly tell you a story about an agency in Japan called Johnny and Associates. They represent a lot of big groups in Japan, a lot of big influencers, and just very important people and celebrities in Japan. They rep them. And they are fucking scary. They're less of a talent agency and more of a corrupt military. So, if you've played the Yakuza series, you've probably also heard of Judgment. Judgment stars a very popular Japanese actor named Takuya Kimura. Takuya Kimura is represented by Johnny and Associates. And there's a reason why the most recent Judgment game will be the last one most likely, and it's because they're so afraid of the internet and having Kimura's picture on the internet. They
What the
take
fuck?
this so seriously that when he is doing something without their complete blessing, they will take the publication and blank him out. Here's an example. He was on this magazine cover, and then Johnny and Associates decided they didn't really want him there, so they pulled the magazine cover and then grayed him out, literally censored him. He looks like an upcoming challenger in Super Smash Bros. Melee. So they turned him into this gray silhouette because they were afraid with the PC port of this game, his image would appear on the internet, and that's a scary place for a lot of companies in Japan, it seems. So they like the complete control, and they
What
feel like
the
if his
fuck?
image was on the internet, they'd lose that ability to control everything. And that extends to other places in Japan like Toei Animation and like Nintendo. Who remembers about 10 years ago, you couldn't even post videos of Nintendo games on YouTube without risking your channel being taken down, because they would actively strike any videos that showed like Mario Kart Wii or Super Mario Galaxy or
remember
anything
that.
like
That
that.
was
They would
crazy.
strike your channel because you didn't have their express written permission to showcase that, even though you were
Nintendo
totally
is
within your
crazy.
right to review those games or, you know, talk about those games, analyze those games. They didn't care. Nintendo would still go and take down channels because they wanted that complete full control over it. So it's not just Toei Animation, it's a big problem in just all of these industries in Japan, it seems, and anime's a
Yeah.
big one. So now, what can the Totally Not Mark channel do in order to fight these 150 claims without going through each one individually and trying to, like, take it through litigation and get it solved legally, because that's just going to take years. I think he said it'd take like 37 years to go through the proper channels. So what does he do? I think posting the video is the right first step, and he mentions that he will no longer be supporting the company. And he's a big channel, and I imagine a lot of his followers are very upset at Toei
Wait, Mark's considered a big channel?
Animations
Damn.
for doing this. So
I got an ego
him
boost.
not supporting that company anymore, and he said he's not going to see any more like Dragon Ball Super, like their new movie. He's not going to see it. And he's encouraging his subscribers and his fans to do the same. And I think that's the right way of handling it. They need to put pressure on Toei Animations to realize that what they did was wrong and release the claims themselves. They went through the trouble of filing 150 blocks on those videos. They can go through the trouble of unblocking them. It is an absolute bogus bullshit
Okay, so we'll finish this.
reason
I
they
have another
gave for
theory.
the
I have
blocking.
another theory.
It was completely transformative material from everything I can see on the channel. So there should have been absolutely no ground for them to do that in the first place, but they abused a broken system and got away with it for now. I do hope for a good ending to the story for the Totally Not Mark channel. I really hope the videos do get reinstated. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because it is just a fucked up situation all around. That's about it. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is my other theory. All right, you ready? This is my other theory. What if it's like some fucking United States like police force shit? You know how people in the you know how the police in the United States, like, they have like a criteria they have to meet. So they're just kind of black and white, and they're like, yeah, we gotta arrest this amount of people, get this much amount of people a ticket, or get them behind bars, or else you're not doing that shit. You know what I mean? Look, I'm in Alex Jones territory, but listen, I might be onto something. Hear me out. All right? I am sick, actually. But, okay, so what if it's like some United States police shit and they have to reach a deadline for how many people they gotta arrest? So this motherfucker, he's sitting at his office like, bruh, how am I gonna find 150 videos to remove from YouTube? Oh, I got them all right here. And he's like, I got my quota right here. And he just struck all of them down right there. He's like, I ain't looking around YouTube. Fuck that. And he just said, don't worry. And then he told his boss, he's like, don't worry, boss. I got 150 today. I met my quota. I'm good. Like, and that's why it's all from one channel, because this motherfucker was hired by some boomer to strike this many videos, remove this many videos off of YouTube, and he's like, all right, they're all right here. You know what I mean? Does that not make sense? Does that not make sense? I feel like that makes sense. That would explain everything. That would explain everything. And this dude, this Toei animation worker, just clicked on his channel like, oh, I hit the gold mine with this motherfucker. He uploaded only Toei shit. He didn't have to do no hunting on YouTube. He found it all right there. And that's exactly why he specifically was targeted. For the Toei quota. 150? Yo, bro, hold on, my brain's exploding. Look at this. No, my brain is going haywire. Because look at this shit. Look at this shit. No, don't fuck with me. Because don't fuck with me right now. No, dude, it's a fucking... No, I'm having a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast. No, this is a... Bro, look. They did exactly 150, and then look. Why didn't they take these ones down? Here's a Dragon Ball video. Here's like 5 more. Why didn't they take those out, bro? It was a fucking quota, dude. Oh my god, I'm in my Jimmy Neutron element right now. I'm on to Toei. They will not get away with this. They will not escape. 155, still too convenient. No. He hit his fucking quota. He must have been like, oh man, I've only got fucking 45, man. I only got 45, man. He's like, oh, 155 of them right here. Shit. And he fucking got them all. I'm just saying, that seems to make sense to me. Looks botted? Nah, it can't be botted. It might be botted, but it seems like they were manually just done, because there's a few minutes between all of them. So it does seem like someone actually like filled them all out in a few minutes. They're very like methodically. I mean, it could be a robot, but I don't know if the robot can do it like that. But I guess if it was a robot, it would explain why the other videos weren't done. But then, if there was a robot going around YouTube, wouldn't other people be getting fucked up right now? Like, why only his channel if it was a robot? If it was a robot, it wouldn't just discern, totally not Mark is bad, take out totally not Mark, geekdom is okay, Team 4-star is okay, leave SethTheProgrammer alone. It just only fucked up Mark? Like, nah, dude, it's someone meeting a fucking quota, bro. It's someone meeting a quota at the office. Guaranteed. Okay, but, listen, fan animation's always gonna get hit, bro. Fan animation's always gonna get hit. Always. There ain't ever gonna be a fan animation that ain't gonna get hit. Like, let's just be fucking real with ourselves. There's never gonna be a fan animation that's not gonna get targeted. Alright? Let's just keep that 100. Luckily for me, with Naruto versus Ichigo, that shit has nothing to do with Toei. So hopefully I'll survive a little bit better. But Shueisha and Period, they might try to fuck with me a little bit, but they ain't like Toei. They ain't like the fucking Pringle can cat. All right? That Pringle can cat, that motherfucker goes crazy. I don't know why that Pringle can cat is so insanely OP. But I will be dealing with Period if they come for me. But I think Period's a little bit cooler. But I can take them. I can take them. I can take them. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much all there is to say on Totally Not Mark. Like I said, I'll wrap it up. It is unfortunate what is happening to him. He doesn't deserve to lose his livelihood. These Japanese companies are a lot different than the Western ones. Even the same variant of, the same company, if it's just in a different location, they operate differently. These fucking Japanese companies, either they oscillate between, the content being okay or it's bad, or they just they're like, all right, new month, here's your quota for YouTube. And it was just some fucking guy trying to reach his quota, and he just targeted Mark in particular. Last bit of advice from Mark, either find someone that has a manager or get your own manager and try to get them to either mass counter those claims or try to get a manager so that when you do get striked for the videos, your channel will not be deleted for fighting them, and you can get them all back within 37 years. Or, you know what? Just boycott fucking Toei like you've been thinking. I hope everything works out for you. Blessings and peace. I myself will not be scared of Toei. I will be fighting them to the death. I will be making this fucking Goku video, and I will fight that dumbass cat. But, yeah. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. I will be streaming again this month, so I will be seeing you before Christmas. So I'm not going to say Happy Christmas yet. But, other than that, see you next time. Goodbye.